Hi, my friends. It's your tour guide to the sci-fi side, me, Preston E. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into the Deep 13 Most Familiar Faces files. Occasionally, on Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes, you would get a cheesy movie where a well-known good actor makes an appearance in it, or flat-out stars in it altogether. In some cases, this actor can help elevate the bad movie, but in many cases, even their star power can't jumpstart these clunkers. Let's do this, and let's do this in alphabetical order. Ow! Man, that was a long intro. First up, we got Season 10's Merlin's Shop of Mystic Wonders with Ernest Borgnine. Now, normally we're used to Ernest being in the Navy, McHale's Navy that is. However, he leaves the ship in the officer uniform far behind to tell bedtime stories to his grandson in Merlin's Shop of Mystic Wonders. Well, it's more like he traumatizes his grandson because this sweater vest-clad crazy old coot scars the kid for life with tales of demonic toy monkeys that kill beloved childhood pets and fire-breathing store critics that roast little kitty cats alive. All painted in the backdrop of wondrous, magical, and murderous world of Merlin's shop in the modern-day naughty 90s. This movie is whimsical enough with plenty of laugh-out-loud ridiculous scenes that twisting nipples like myself will enjoy. And Mike and the bots give it to Borgnine and the crew with plenty of McHale Navy jokes, and we even get a dark, twisted collection of Ernest Borgnine's children's books to traumatize your tots just in time for the holiday season. Up next, Mia Farrow and Rock Hudson take a spill in scenic Season 11's Avalanche. I decided to lump these two together as their star powers combine to take on a chilly script called Avalanche. An avalanche threatens the lives of people trying to enjoy skiing, sledding, and getting naked in the toasty indoors when they are done freezing off their lower extremities. But not to worry, these good-looking tourist naughty bits, while briefly on the movie, are obscured thanks to Tom Servo and Crow's flying drones they play with conveniently in this scene. This might annoy some horn dogs, but just imagine the naked tourist or Ernest Borgnine from Merlin's Shop of Mystic Wonders and Merlin's wife Zurella from the previously stated movie, and you'll consider the robots heroes. Tonight on Biography. Only one man is talented enough to make not one, not two, not even three or four, but a grand total of 5 appearances in Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes, and that man is Peter Graves. He appears in Season 4's Attack of the Eye Creatures, Season 2's It Conquered the World, Season 8's Parts of Clonus Horror, Season 0's SST Deathlight, and Season 5's Beginning of the End. Whether a doctor battling overgrown locusts, a narrator briefing us on alien eye creatures flying domed yo-yos, a scientist who fights bat-like creatures trying to implant mind-controlling devices in the human race, or as a soon-to-be president-elect who is using clone replacement parts for him and his other elitist buddies, this silver-haired stud has been in it all and ripped and most, and that's why he is the golden choice for a MST3K biography. And oh yes, in Parts of Clonus Horror, you also get Dick Sargent, who played Dick York, playing a scientific dude. I'm putting both Gene Hackman and Gregory Peck together on this one, since they both bring the slamming star power punch in a Season 4 movie called Space Travelers. In this movie, a group of astronauts are stranded in outer space. They must work together with the ground crew to save their lives. They do not have cheesy movies, however, to riff on to pass the time because they only have 2 hours to live while working with the ground crew to save their lives. While our robot and human heroes in The Satellite of Love have a baker's dozen seasons to while away the hours while riffing those cheesy movies. La la la! Alan Hale Jr. is up next, little buddy, as he makes a Season 8 Legged Freaks appearance as the jolly joke-telling sheriff in a giant spider invasion. His wife Barbara also comes on board as a scientist in that movie, as a group of Wisconsinites just want to enjoy their cheese and Packers, but a group of giant spiders from outer space have other plans for them. Alan also appears as a sheriff in Season 1's A Crawling Hand, as a teen becomes possessed by an astronaut's disembodied arm. Gilligan is amazingly not behind any of these disasters. James Earl Jones lends his deep voice and acting chops in this Season 4 movie called City Limits, about a dystopian future complete with rival biker gangs who join forces to retrieve a Babe Ruth signed baseball from a monstrous dog's backyard when... wait, wrong movie. Sorry. Anyway, the rival biker gang decides to join forces together to take down a crooked CEO and an equally crooked company trying to exploit them and their lives for gain. The company must be named Smalls 'cause they're killing you. Oh, thing! We're now moving on to the late great Raul Julia in Overdrawn at the Memory Bank from Season 8. Raul plays Aaron Fingal, who loves cinema but hates his job. If he were like some of my co-workers, he'd slip off into a bathroom or a closet to watch some YouTube cat videos or an episode of Stranger Things. But Aaron ain't no slouch. He doppels himself into Casablanca to take down the corporate greed of the fat man and his minions, holding the employees down from enjoying the escapism of cinema or something like that. Raul Julia is always a joy to watch, but even his presence can't save this jumbled mess of a movie with an anti-anteater agenda that still makes me sick to this day. Now we're going straight to Season 8 with everyone's favorite angel and cowboy family man in a hell of a movie called I Was a Teenage Werewolf. Michael Landon stars as a teen hitting puberty in the worst way, but gains monstrous popularity on the basketball court when... oh wait, doggone it, that was a different Michael. I Was a Teenage Werewolf stars Landon as a hot-headed teen who seeks help from a hypnotherapist after accidentally killing his buddy at a Halloween party. Jeez. And I'm happy if I just don't get punched as a scare actor at those things. Anyway, the doctor is up to no good and tries to experiment on making the teen even more monstrous. This experiment, however, does lead to success for Landon as he soon hits the big bonanza a couple years later. Ahoo! Werewolf of the Ponderosa! Cesar Romero is up next, and that ain't no joke. Even Batman villains aren't immune to riffing. Romero stars in Lost Continent as Major John Nolan, who heads an expedition to retrieve a rocket that has gone missing. What is found while going on this rocket hunt is prehistoric creatures. And for extra good measure, we get the bonus of having Sid Caesar and Hugh Beaumont on board. And boy, does Ward have some crazy tales to tell June as to why he's late for dinner. And finally, we have Robert Vaughn showing up as a teenage caveman in, what else, a movie called Teenage Caveman from Season 3 of Mystery Science Theater. Before he was a spy or a cowboy, Robert Vaughn was coming of age as a caveman, or would that be a cave teen, who grows tired of the grunting, farting, killing, and violent ways of the caveman jocks of his tribe, and leaves on an expedition of his own to fulfill a life outside of what society deems as caveman norms, thus pioneering paths for cavemen like Brendan Fraser's Link to learn things like skateboarding, dancing, and wheezing the juice. Robert Vaughn himself considers this the worst film ever made, but some of Pauly Shore's movies could give it a run for its money. Can you say Biodome, buddy? And I suddenly had another good, well-known actor from a Mystery Science Theater 3000 cheesy movie pop into my head as I tried to escape this video. So here we go with a young Ron Howard smack dab in the middle of Mayberry territory, coming in as a young boy genius in Village of the Giants. Howard runs some experiments with goo that causes dogs and ducks to grow abnormally large. Some out-of-town hormonally charged teenagers get a hold of the goo and become 50-foot-tall hormonally charged teenagers, making their mood swings and monstrous menace to society all the more painful. This movie is very whimsical and pretty much can be enjoyed on its own, but the Mystery Science Theater 3000 crew gives it that je ne sais quoi, whatever that means, making it even more of an enjoyable, whimsical experience. Well, that about does it for me. Know of any famous and good actors from cheesy Mystery Science Theater movies that I left off? Please comment down below and like, subscribe, and share. I've been Preston E. Garrison, and I'm out of here! Ow! Man, I'm getting too old to be doing that.